Welcome back to Three Sport Champions at War. It's Colin "Kid" Wilson, the Australian heavyweight champion. And in the ring now is Shane the Mountain Warrior Cameron. There's the tail of the tape, the 27-year-old against the 33-year-old. The Aussie's got a 6-kilo weight advantage. He's got the height advantage. But it's Cameron who's got the hometown advantage tonight, 11-0, 10 by KO. Shane Cameron versus Colin Wilson for the IBF Australasian heavyweight title. Grant Lee Kieser, and also joining us for expert comments, Anthony, the man Mundine. How do you see this fight going, Anthony?
Well, I haven't really seen Cameron fight before, but I heard he's got a lot of power and a lot of raw talent, so I'm looking forward to it.
When you're at this part of the bout, what's going through your mind?
I'm just trying to focus basically and, you know, get rid of the nerves and get ready for, once the bell rings, your mind's on the job, what you have to do.
I think the most telling statistic is the fact that Colin Wilson has had 3 times as many fights as Shane Cameron. He's a very experienced guy, but as Shane Cameron has said, he's 111 and he's a fighter on the rise, and he's got tremendous punching power.
The big stare down, Lance Revel, the referee, and of course the key thing here is styles make fights. You've got a guy like Shane Cameron who's going to be on the front foot going forward up against a bigger guy. Height, weight, reach, experience advantage. He'll be trying to absorb the blows and using all that Southpaw experience to frustrate and make it awkward for the Warrior. So here we go. This is it. Three Sport live, ASB Stadium for the IBF Australasian heavyweight title, the Battle of the Anzacs, round 1.
Colin's come into this fight 4 kilos less than he was against Bob Mirovic for his last bout, so he's certainly in shape. He's very, very determined. He knows that he's up against real class opposition in Shane Cameron, and he's come prepared.
There's that pouring right hand by Colin "Kid" Wilson, born in Palmerston North. Moved to Queensland when he was about 11 years old. Actually started boxing because his dad took him down to the local gym with his brother, who's his trainer. And they had a couple of slots going at the local gym when he was 18. He was old enough to go to the pub. That's when he decided to sort of look after himself.
Yeah.
Before he got to the pub, which wasn't a bad move, Anthony.
Yeah, man, well, you know, back in the days you had to take care of yourself, and even today, so I'm sure that helped him, you know, pursue his boxing career.
And here he is back in New Zealand with the family in town, up from Palmerston North as the Australian champion. And of course, the boy from Tineroto, the shepherd from Poverty Bay. Shane Cameron started his boxing down at Fielding at Henry Schuster's gym, where he learnt the art of the body rip. So watch out for the body rip. There's that pouring right hand from Wilson. There you go. Right on cue.
I think that hurt him real bad.
That's the place that Colin Wilson doesn't want to be on the ropes, because as we've already seen, Shane Cameron's an explosive puncher. He's a little bit like Anthony Mundine in the way he can put his really fast, explosive punches together. Really hurt guys up downstairs. And he's got that big right hand over the top too.
How important is speed with your punching, mate?
Speed is the key. I think he's going to hurt him. He hurt him pretty good right there.
They wanted an explosive start. Kenny Rainsfield, manager for Team Cameron. Look at that straight away. They've isolated a weakness, and it's that Fielding rib tickler.
Well, you mentioned the big left rips he learned off Henry Schuster, and what a great punch that's already been in this opening round. Shane Cameron said he was going to throw a lot of right-hand leads, but it's that left rip that's really hurt Colin Wilson so far. There's another one.
So instead of being rather awkward, he's basically really chasing this Southpaw around. He's had a good record against Southpaws. He's never lost against the Southpaw during his amateur days. But this is the first time in a professional bout, and there's that slapping left to the body.
He's getting him to drop that right elbow down enough. Soon he's going to come up with the left hook.
So the early tactics seem to be working for Team Cameron. Round 1, first of 12. As you can see, Cameron stalking the bigger man.
And already Colin's making the mistake of just hanging on the ropes there. He's going to be sitting duck if he stays there much longer.
Into the first round. Welcome back to 3 Sport Live with the IBF Australasian heavyweight title. Colin the Kid Wilson, the Aussie champ, getting the instructions after round 1. How'd you see it, Grant?
Well, Colin Wilson was really under the pump right from the start. Shane Cameron dominated the round, and as Anthony said, I really think that Colin Wilson was hurt with one of those big body shots. And if he hangs on those ropes much longer, he's going to get hurt again.
How'd you see it, Anthony?
Yeah, I was really surprised with Cameron's patience and his stance when he comes in and throws the body shots.
Second round. It's the banger of the Anzacs. The Anzac battle. The Kiwis got another lesson from the Kangaroos in the rugby league this time last week, but can the Mountain Warrior turn the table? Ironically, with a sort of a Kioswi.
We mentioned at the top of the show how tough Colin Wilson is, and that he's been in there with really, really good fighters. Joe Bugner, Roger Isenraito, Bob Mirovic. He's very, very tough and durable, but no one, doesn't matter how tough they are, can keep surviving those big body shots the way that Shane Cameron was landing them. So he's got to get on his bike, he's got to be agile, he's got to be awkward.
I personally think he's got to hurt Cameron with a shot or two, just to back him up a little bit and let him know of his power.
Get that right hand going. Get that left hand going.
Yeah, get that left hand straight down the pipe.
Into the corner now, Cameron. He looks like a real stalker, a hunter, doesn't he? Always coming forward, always asking the question in your face.
Yeah, and he's got that good right hand too.
He hit Auckland Imatagi with a damn good left hook down in fielding that sent Auckland to the canvas. There's a good straight right. And they've been working hard with Dale Crowe, the Southpaw, in the training for an explosive start. Don't want to hang around for 12 rounds.
The sparring with Dale Crowe seems to have worked because he's got the Southpaw worked out pretty well so far.
What's the chin like of Colin Wilson?
Well, he's very tough. As I say, he's been in there with Joe Bugner. He survived some big shots. He's taken some big shots from Bob Mirovic and Carly Meehan, but not too many punches in the heavyweight division of punching like Shane Cameron at the moment. He's talking about going over to spar Mike Tyson, and he's got that similar Tyson-like explosiveness.
Yeah, well, Shane Cameron's going to be heading to the Tyson camp at the end of May, and there's another big combo.
If Cameron can get close and continue to get close, I think he'll stop Wilson.
Wilson did manage to back him up with one left hand in the middle of this round, but it's still the hunter and the big guy on the back foot. But that's his style. Keep pouring out that right hand. Got him with the left hand. Now another right to the body.
Wilson's got to try and keep him at bay. If he can keep him at bay, that's his best shot. You know, he's got the experience to outpoint him, but he's got to keep him at bay.
Sneaking that right through the gloves. Using his height, standing him back, leading off. Crowd getting into it now.
That's the best we've seen from Colin Wilson so far, but Shane Cameron straight back at him.
A very fast pace for heavyweights.
So coming to the end of round 2. It's been a very busy start between two big boys on 3 Sport tonight. Welcome back to 3 Sport. We've got Grant Lee Keyser on the left, and on the right we've got the man Anthony Mundine. We are ringside tonight. Hope you're enjoying the action live from the ASB Stadium for the big one, the IBF Australasian heavyweight title fight tonight. Colin Kid Wilson, the big Aussie, and Shane the Mountain Warrior Cameron. Grant, after 2 rounds, how do you see it?
Well, Shane Cameron's won both the opening 2 rounds, and he's shaken Colin Wilson up. As Anthony says, Colin's got to do something to push Shane Cameron back. He's got to worry him a little bit, and at this stage, Shane Cameron's pretty much doing as he pleases in there.
And Anthony, how do you see it so far after 2?
Yeah, Cameron's won the first 2 rounds. Wilson come on better in the second round, though, and maybe he can pick it up here in the third.
If so, what's he got to do? How's he got to back the Mountain Warrior up?
Well, that's it, doing exactly what he's doing. Be cool, be patient, use that reach and, you know, angles to keep the guy at bay and to keep him guessing.
When you get smacked, when you get hit, how hard is it to sort of keep your cool, not just sort of lose it and just get angry and try and smack back?
Yeah, that you got to control your aggression. You got to be cool and get him back in a cute way, not just your aggression is going to win your fights.
Of course, boxing an incredibly difficult sport with a huge amount of stamina and fitness required. Great crossover there. Put him on the ropes.
Good defense there by Wilson, though. Hands up, nice and tight.
Use the ropes too to good effect.
It's quite amazing. Colin Wilson, he's in there at 113 kilos. He started out as a light heavyweight at 79. He's put on 34 kilos over the last 10 years, but it's rock solid muscle. He's not carrying hardly any excess weight.
Well, he's a tough bloke, isn't he? I mean, he spent a couple of years as a mystery miner in the town of Emerald in Queensland as a coal miner, working 12 hours a day. He said it was a bit hard to maintain his condition as a boxer. Now he's a builder.
He said before the fight, no matter which way it goes, he's going to give Shane Cameron a very, very tough night, and he's going to be very awkward and strong and very game in there, and that's what he's doing so far. He's worn some big shots, but he's still in there, firing away with that straight left hand.
That's the experience. That's the experience.
And they've also worked with Shane Cameron when they to get a guy in this situation to try and change the point of attack, try and change the angles. Good uppercut coming through there, short right.
Wilson can't stay on the ropes for too long.
11-0, 10 KOs. Putting out that straight left and then backing it up, taking the vision away from Wilson. Another good little wee uppercut. Working the body, trying to drop that. The guard. Wilson hitting back.
We know that Shane Cameron's been doing a lot of weights work with Kenny Rhinesfield and Danny Codling, his trainer, and you can see the strength in his upper body. He's a very powerful guy. He's certainly got the stamina and the strength to go 12 hard rounds here.
Big punch. That rocked the Aussie. Can he finish him off? Backs him up again on the ropes.
This crowd roaring Shane Cameron on. Boy, he's a popular man over here in Auckland.
This will be his biggest fight too, because this is a genuine heavyweight contender. It's not one of the boys lined up like a mobile punching bag just for the win. Explosive finish to the round. Welcome back to Three Sport. Bit of claret been exchanged by both corners at the moment. Bit of cut work. Danny Codling talking to Shane Cameron, urging him to follow the game plan. They've been studying the videos of Colin Wilson. They haven't had so much video analysis of Shane the Mountain Warrior Cameron, but they know he wants to get away to an explosive start. They've done that after 3 rounds, but he's still there, the big guy from Australia. Bit of a local rumble too, of course. One guy born in Palmerston North, the other guy started his boxing out of Fielding, so it's a bit of a Manawa 2 rumble here tonight. Big start by Wilson, positive.
Yeah, very positive for Wilson.
No doubt encouraged by that little nick over Shane Cameron's right eye there. Colin Wilson obviously getting through with some of his shots. He's got the claret coming out of his nose, Colin, but he's in there firing away.
Don't forget, both these guys are 2 champions at war. One from Aussie, one from New Zealand. Can the local crowd, can you sense the crowd when you're boxing, Anthony?
Oh, definitely. The crowd plays a big role. And definitely, obviously, they're behind their local boy.
Now, Colin,
Instructions being yelled out from the corner now.
If Wilson can survive past 5-6 rounds, I think he's a better chance in the second half of the fight to do what he wants to do.
And that's where the conditioning comes in, because you don't go for the knockout, do you? If it happens, it happens, but you have to prepare for the full 12.
Yeah, that's correct.
And also, as Anthony says, Colin Wilson's gone 10 and 12 rounds many, many times. Shane Cameron hasn't. He's scored a lot of quick knockouts. So Colin knows what a long, hard fight is like. He's done it many times.
Now he's loading up the Mountain Warrior. Kid comes back.
But Cameron's explosive power is phenomenal.
So we've seen, good right. Backs it up with the left. Can he get in there and finish him off? That's one thing that the Team Cameron try to do. If you get that big punch through, you've got to try and finish him off. Hits him with a good left. Got him on the ropes.
Colin's chin has been tested out tonight. It's so far so good, but you just wonder how many of those big shots he can wear.
Well, he's come back with a good body rip himself. I tell you what, she's been a chin smacker tonight, hasn't we? We've had 3 good heavyweight rumbles.
And this is the pick of them. We've had 2 great lead-up fights going into this one. And
that left uppercut is catching Cameron very well.
That's always the danger punch too from the Southpaw. As you're coming in. I suppose at some stage when you hit the guy with what you think is a damn good punch, you say, why didn't you go down there, big guy?
Yeah, you get some of them. You can't let that frustrate you, though. You have to just continue to attack and do that game plan.
How frustrating is it to fight a Southpaw?
Well, I haven't actually fought one in my career. I boxed with many. I don't mind them, but certain fighters have difficulty.
We'll take a break on 3 Sports. Stay with us. It's getting hot. Two champions at war, Danny Cotling really working hard in the corner there, Grant.
And I tell you, such a professional outfit here at the Warriors. On the right-hand side there is Angelo Hyder, the cut man from Australia. They're taking absolutely no chances with the career of Shane Cameron. They brought Angelo over here to work his corner just in case a cut develops, and he's the best man, probably one of the best men in the world at dealing with cut eyes.
I mean, Colin Wilson's fought Bob Murvig before and lost to him, and they've had Bob Murvig on the undercard for Shane Cameron. This has been the real highlight with the Warriors and Colin Sports getting behind the Mountain Warrior, is that crossover between rugby league and boxing, but also between Australia and New Zealand. It's been really encouraging. I mean, look, we've got 2 Aussies here tonight. We've got a former world champion here who's going to be a world champion again ringside. Anthony the Man Mundine, Grant Lee Kieser, the 2 Aussies. And, of course, Clint Brown here, along with Shane Cameron and Colin Wilson. The kid now coming back, and a big kid too.
As Anthony was saying, if this fight goes beyond 6 or 7 rounds, Colin Wilson's got to be in there with a big chance, because he is very tough and durable and experienced at going the distance. Shane Cameron's plan is to get him out of there before it goes 6 or 7 rounds. And he's doing his best in there. He's landing some big shots. Certainly the area around Colin Wilson's right side of his rib cage would be very, very tender at the moment, I'd say.
Colin Wilson's trying to use the experience and use his weight to get the stamina out of Cameron.
Yeah, he's leaning on him in close and trying to push him down. He said before the fight that weight is a big factor if you know how to use it, and he knows how to use it very effectively.
Look at that, Cameron trying to grab the glove of Wilson and open up for the right hand. Got to throw a lot more right hands, he said.
We said this would be the toughest test of Shane Cameron's career so far, and so it has proved to be, because Colin Wilson is not the kind of guy that comes to lose easy. He comes to fight. Every fight he comes to win.
And the question is, what happens when you go to the points? And the judges we just saw in that last round, we probably thought that Shane the Warrior John deserved to beat Dale Crowe. Went the way of the American. even though John landed some good right hands.
Yeah. I think Shane Cameron's got to be well in front at this stage, even though Colin's doing some good work.
And he's gone back to that left body rip, hasn't he, Anthony?
Yeah, he's going there. He's trying to dig deep right
3
under there
times now.
because he's hurt him there early in the fight, and he's trying to go back there.
So no doubt the corner, Danny Codling and Kenny Rainsfield laying down the law. Another big uppercut. That staggered the big Aussie. But he comes straight back.
So there's positives going to that left rib. When you want to guard that left rib, that opens up other things like the uppercut. There it is.
It's always a good combination. It's the setup work before you get that chance for the opening, and then you've got to just, sends and take it.
He's making the most of his opportunities, Shane Cameron, and he's shaking Colin Wilson up in close. Those big body shots again, you can see the knees buckle when Shane Cameron bangs it in. But he comes back hard.
Blood coming out of the face now. Another big right hand, slapping right hand. Wilson standing toe-to-toe with Cameron.
This is where all the training that Shane Cameron has done with the Warriors comes in handy. You can just see he's relentless, not taking any breaks. He's working all the time.
Was very confident before coming into this fight that he was going to be the man that would dictate the pace. And he's still doing it tonight on 3 Sport.
He still looks pretty fresh too, Shane Cameron, as he comes back to the corner.
Almost half-time in the IBF Australasian Heavyweight Showdown tonight. 3 Sport live at the ASB Stadium in Kohimarama. What do you think the corner would be saying to Colin, the kid Wilson, Grant?
Well, first of all, they'd be telling him to get off the ropes and not stand still, to try and shake Shane Cameron up, because if he just stands on the ropes as he's doing there, he's going to get nailed. Cameron is relentless. He's already found a home for that left rip underneath and that uppercut, and if Colin doesn't start to turn him back, it's just going to be one-way traffic.
So it's round 6 now. Cameron in the black trunks. The Mountain Warrior fighting out of Colin Sports. Got the gym right there in the old part of the Warriors gym. Now, of course, based in the Eastern Grandstand. They've got a huge gym there as well.
Good body shots.
This is where the body bangers. This is really an Anzac banger there, because, banging back to the body.
You can see Colin using his experience, though, to crowd him and try and nullify some of that power. But once again, he wears a big, short right hand in there.
Cameron comes back, catches Wilson with a good straight right. This is tough stuff now, Anthony.
Yeah, very tough stuff. But it's Colin's experience that's keeping him out of trouble. He'll get hit, he'll get tagged, but then he'll use the experience to know how to get out of trouble and get a breather.
Get onto that back foot, get that pouring right jab going. Try and set up a left cross or even uppercut himself. There he goes, straight down the middle. Trying to use that height, reach advantage. Cameron coming back again, relentless. That's the motto in the Warriors gym. That's the motto for the Mountain Warrior. Can he be relentless in round 6?
He's putting 2 and 3 punches together well, Shane, but I feel if he put 6 together in a big flurry, he would really, really shake up Colin.
But he's a big man to knock out.
Oh, yeah. But Shane Cameron's a big, big puncher.
Boys really sucking it in now. More uppercuts. Stalking.
This is where Shane really needs to really open up. We've got Colin in a bit of distress. He needs to go on with it now if he wants to get him out of there.
Another good left rep, and that time, he felt that one. Blood coming out of the nose. Gone into the cover-up mode. Now he comes back.
Still got plenty of fight left in him, Big Colin. He came to fight, and he's giving Shane the toughest test of his career.
Well, that's the thing about Colin Wilson. When he comes to fight, he comes to win.
Yet again, the body rip. Softening up that left. Now the uppercut. He's got the big guy on the ropes. Can he finish him off? Cameron still running out of juice. Big right. This is where he normally does it, and down goes Colin Wilson, the Mountain Warrior. He's waiting for the bell. Lance Revel, the referee, steps in. There's the bell, saved by the bell. Welcome back to 3 Sport. Colin the Kid Wilson, he has really took a battering at the end of round 6, but he's standing in the corner, sitting in the corner, I should say, and he's saying to his trainer, I'm still in this bout. Don't count me out. Cameron setting up the big punches. Big uppercut. Staggers the coal miner.
He's a very weary man, Colin, but he's as game as they come.
Tough. Takes another big hit. Another one on the right. And this is where Cameron's at his best, on the ropes, and the big guy goes down. So the advantage is now with Shane the Mountain Warrior Cameron. Colin the Kid Wilson comes out. Round 7. Can he survive, Anthony Mundine?
Well, we're going to find out through this round.
Wilson's going to give it everything. The crowd rising to the Mountain Warrior. They can sense the Kiwis on top. He leads on points.
Lance Revel separating there. He gave Colin Wilson a good look over in between the end of that round. He doesn't want Colin getting hurt, and Shane Cameron loading up again. He's on him like a tiger.
That's what he got to do. He's got to lock him up inside. You can't let him throw them uppercuts and rib body shots, because they'll just catch him and hurt him.
That'll really take the breath away, and just those body bangs. That's what he is. He's not a pretty boxer, Shane Cameron, but he's a banger.
He's shown tonight that he's relentless. He just keeps going, doesn't he? With those big power shots. Every punch he throws is loaded. Got that big left rip again. Oh, Colin hurt again.
Now the Mountain Warrior loads up with a big uppercut. Another one. He's gone down again. And that's it. That's it. I don't think he can get up. They've chucked in the towel. It's all over. And Shane the Mountain Warrior has done the business. He is the new IBF Australasian heavyweight champion.
I don't think he stopped the fight, yeah. That might be against the rules.
We're going to get this decision here from... There it is. It's official.
Lance Revel quite rightly saying that only the referee can stop the fight, but he's taken the advisement of the corner and the fight's over. Great performance by Shane Cameron. Explosive punching from the start, and he really won in impressive fashion.
So the Mountain Warrior tonight, he's the man, the Anzac banger. He's won the belt.